Good morning and welcome to Love Island the morning after, the only official Love Island podcast. My name is Amy Hart and this morning I have a stellar team joining me. First of all, Kae Kurd, comedian. Last week was his week as a guest, but he's back by semi-popular demand. So you're here for one day more.
One night only.
And this week's guest joining us all week is Lewys Ball.
Hello. Thanks for having me. Very excited.
And very exciting, we have the king of the villa, this week's dumped islander, Ronnie. Turbo Ronnie Vint.
Sorry, I had to do that. That was a turbo sound effects. We don't have sound effects as a budget, so...
Ronnie, you're here with us. Weirdly, very unexpected for all of us. Probably more unexpected for you.
Yeah.
How would you describe your Love Island experience in 3 words?
Turbo, amazing, and eggy boff.
That's
and
4.
Harriet.
It's hyphenated. It's hyphenated.
And Harriet.
Yeah.
Still
I
technically-
thought your 3 were going
That's
to be
5 now.
Jess, Harriet, Tiffany.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, not even.
I was scared
just
when
one.
you came on, though, because I thought, are we all going to be attracted to you?
Yeah.
No,
Because you
you're
were...
not my type.
We're gonna fall.
Well, we never know those, innit? Like, you might have been mine, right? Like, because the way it was looking in the villa was everyone was attracted to you. How did that feel?
It was good. I had a good time. Obviously, I went in there, went with Jess, and it was like, do you know, like you go in somewhere, it's always like that first person or, do you know what I mean? Like to get comfy, but I just felt comfortable straight away. And like the way I am, like I knew people would love me, do you know what I mean? And my energy and the way I am. Yeah. And then obviously the girl thing has always been quite natural to me.
It's just been a bit of a Casanova just naturally in my
People
life.
would know,
Just-
I think as well, like it shows people that you're there to like really throw yourself into the experience. Obviously, you and Jess were put together in that game on day 1, and it was like, okay, instead of being like, you know, like Sam and Samantha, for example, who was just like straight away, no, you two were like, okay, we'll explore this.
I was getting my feet out to her in like the first 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Didn't use that for, and it worked. So just keep your feet out.
Exactly. We need to know, how did you get the nickname Turbo Ronnie?
It was at first at football. So like just being in the change room, nights out, obviously you'd see that side of me, just being like around people, going out with girls. But yeah, it come from a football change room a few years ago, and then it just stopped. And then obviously it went with me. Like, I was calling myself Turbo, and everyone's going, what?
Is it supposed to be like if you see a girl you like, you're over there like turbo quick?
Yeah.
Because when you said football, I thought it meant like you had an engine on you and you never stopped running.
No, I'm well slow.
Really?
Yeah,
I wouldn't have got that from the picture that
I'm proper slow, me. If you ever ask anyone about my football, they go quite slow, isn't he?
How is it?
But yeah, off the pitch.
Turbo.
But on a night out, he's the fastest one there.
Like Usain Bolt.
We all had our own theories of who we likened you to in like the public eye. Samantha said that you had the same charm as Martin Kemp.
I've not seen that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Really
Do you know who
too
Martin
much.
Kemp is?
I know who he is.
I know who he is.
Yeah.
Roman Kemp's dad, just in case.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Roman Kemp for years and years and years would have been Martin Kemp's son.
Yeah.
And now the tables
Tides
have
have turned,
turned.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's
that's
now
my dad.
Roman Kemp's son.
Martin Kemp was Steve Owen in EastEnders.
Is this a good thing?
Steve Owen was a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
He was on
I
the
thought he was
square.
the crocodile geezer.
No, that's Steve Owen.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, Steve Owen. No, but like he always dressing up in a nice suit. He was great. He was an EastEnders villain.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I did say that you sort of reminded me of an EastEnders villain.
Yeah.
And Amy had a great comparison.
I thought you and Harriet were very much like Mick and Linda. So we can imagine you two turning up to the Vic on Christmas Day with the deeds in hand, like being like, sorry, we own this pub now. Like Harriet in a big fur coat, you in like a nice Mac, like, sorry, get out.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
you two.
Waistcoat on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Little dicky bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes Love Island is more about friendships than romance. Like, who were your best friends in there? Now, Io said some really lovely things about
my
you.
boy.
Yeah, on your last
He was almost eulogising.
Yeah, he was
about you,
eulogising. Like, gone but not forgotten. He said, he's made my experience unbelievable. This is the worst feeling I've had in here.
No,
like,
bless
how
him.
does it feel to hear stuff like that?
Yeah, no, it's nice. Like, obviously, I knew it would be a big miss. Do you know what I mean? Even when I left, like, Joey cried on my arm and all the boys are devastated. So I knew I had that with everyone. But yeah, Joey, Io, I was really close to, really close. But I got on with everyone. So it's not like I'm picking.
So Joey and Io were your two best men, if you were.
Yeah.
When you and Harriet get married.
When we get married.
Yeah.
Joey ain't speaking now, he can just turn up.
And they'll say, if anyone has any reason, and then you'll just hear, I'm the prize.
Everyone will get up. Yeah. I'm the prize.
Now, you had a bit of a tense situation with Ciaran last week. Obviously, him and Harriet sort of came to blows. Was it hard to be in the middle of
Lyrical
that?
blows. It wasn't
It was a war of words.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was a war of
yeah,
words.
exactly. It wasn't a fisticuffs.
No.
It was a tough one for me because obviously he really reminds me of me when I was younger. Not at 120 then, no. But you know what I mean? Like the way he is and that. And I always got on well with him from the start. Like I walked in with him from day one. But then obviously now me and Harriet are like close and I'm with her like, you're not talking to her like that. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah.
It was a hard one around the fire pit because I'd rather pull you away. And I should have took her away from the situation. But I thought at that point, you're my number one. So don't worry about it. And that's why I said that. But then obviously I had a chat with him after. And I just said, look, at the end of the day, like, if you value our friendship, I don't really care like what's gone on with you two.
Yeah.
But leave that now for me. Yeah. And I didn't want to make it about me. Do you know what I mean? But then that's how I would look at that.
Yeah.
So then that's what we had a chat about. And in the end, like, he got it. And yeah, I feel like I dealt with the situation fine. Yeah. She was happy in the end, obviously sad at the time. But yeah, I feel that brought us a little bit more closer though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Little things like that, because she didn't actually expect that from me. Like,
did it make your relationship with Ciaran stronger as well, do you think? Or,
mine and his. Yeah. I think he got it a bit, because when I did speak to him, he listened.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I know like I was running around doing all sorts in there, but when I talk serious, like, people do listen.
Yeah.
I think they do.
They do. Now, as we know, you've got such a busy week this week when you come out of the villa. It's quite well. When you and Harriet get some sort of downtime, what dates have you got planned?
Yeah, so we're going out this Wednesday.
Nice.
I booked a nice little restaurant for us.
Oh, nice.
I haven't told her yet, so...
We won't, don't worry.
Don't ruin it.
Yeah,
Right.
we won't.
No.
So yeah, that'll be our first proper date. I don't think I can top the last date though on there. But yeah, Wednesday night.
Did you plan good dates?
Do you know what? I've never really been a like big dater.
Just turbo in the club.
Just turbo. Not turbo dating. But yeah, I do go in when I do them, yeah. I'm not a McDonald's drive-through sometimes.
Oh, I'd love that.
That doesn't sound bad.
How many nuggets do you want?
Wow. You heard it here first. McDonald's drive-through is an acceptable date.
It works.
It's time to dish out our pre-love serves of the week with official headline sponsor, eBay. Bombshell will kick things off by stepping out into the villa in a tropical Tasso Elba Island shirt. He scored another win coupling up with Umar in her fire rat and boa starburst dress and this stussy jacket. A classic pick worn by Shaq and Tom in Series 9, Mehdi in Series 10, and Adam during All-Stars. Kinda jealous I didn't get to wear it because that pink would have looked ravishing on me during the villa parties. Meanwhile, old flames were rekindled for Joey and Grace in the hideaway, with Joey wearing this Givenchy t-shirt. Just another week of pre-love summer. Discover more villa-inspired looks on eBay today. Fashion fit for a second chance. eBay, sponsors of Love Island.
Well, thank you, Ronnie, for joining us today. Obviously, we're going to get all of your opinions on everything we're going to talk about tonight. And where better to start than Casa Amor? Now, obviously, we haven't done a podcast since those famous doors opened, so we've got so much to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, you could cut the tension with a blade.
Hey, let's start with Blade then. So, Grace likes Blade, and she said he's the alpha of the group. He came up with the group name, which was the Casa-Novas.
Yeah, do you know why that made me laugh? Because one of the other guys described himself as the alpha.
Oh.
Did you see it when he's like, I'm always usually an alpha male?
Yeah.
And it's like, whenever you describe yourself as an alpha male, you're usually not.
It's probably the 6'4" guy called Blade. He's the alpha.
I feel like if I'm the alpha in the room and he gets up, I think I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not.
Mate,
I'm
you
not.
take it. You run with that.
Do you think Blade would be like, no, I made up the group names. I am the group leader. I am the alpha.
He's the admin of the WhatsApp group
Yeah,
chat.
he is. I made the WhatsApp Casa-Novas. I made it.
He sort of speaks like he's got a TikTok filter because it's a very, very deep voice.
My sister-in-law sent me a picture today of him being a butler in the buff at Hindu she went to, and she said he was very good at his job.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had a butler in a buff, but I assume all you need to do is be
Well, no,
topless.
it depends if your customer service skills are great. I mean, I'm sure Jess can give him an evaluation. And she's the queen of customer service. So Grace likes him, but Blade also likes Uma and Jess. Do you think there's going to be a bun fight for him, quite literally?
I mean, I feel like Grace made up her mind. She made up Blade's mind as well, I think, because it was sort of like, oh yeah, I'm into you. And then Blade just went, all right, cool. That's exactly. That's
I'm in the villa. Let's go for that.
Exactly. Exactly. It was like he's seen a single girl and he was all like, yeah, this is it, and I'm going to do it. And I think he's sort of tried to sow some seeds of doubt into Nicole's head. But I think, he's going for Grace.
Yeah.
Grace has chosen him.
Yeah.
He just needs to not mess it up for the next few days.
Have you seen the film Norbit?
No.
So there's a bit in it where this
have, yeah.
girl goes, "You got a girlfriend?" He goes, "No." And he goes, "You do now." And Whitney and Locken always say that was them in Casa Amor. Whitney was like, "Locken, you've got a girlfriend now." And I feel like that's Grace and Blade as well.
But that's the best way to probably do it for both of them, because Grace needs to go back in, and who better than a 6'6" man to make Joey feel small?
Yeah.
And that's his voucher into the villa. So it works both ways.
Joey's not that tall, is he?
6.
I thought he was
It
small.
was tall villa this year.
Joey looks
And I was
tiny in the
fourth,
villa.
Yeah.
Now it's time to celebrate the latest and greatest me moments from the villa with Sky Mobile. The moments where the Islanders have put themselves and their needs first. In third, we have Joey beautifully describing his feelings for Grace.
Grace, all I want to do is give you a kiss, but I just wanna be really happy.
Voice of an angel. And in second place, it's Sean marking his territory.
I genuinely want to be proactive with you, and I don't want Omar to have a sniff of you, and I do genuinely want you. So I'm just going to be on it with you.
She's not a dog, Sean. And the current number one moment is Jess, Samantha and Nicole showing us who's boss.
Remember why we're here.
Remember
why we are boss bitches.
Remember why we are boss bitches.
I remember why we don't let mid-level entry men take the out of us and make us feel less worthy than we are.
Girl power. Embrace your me energy with Sky Mobile, the network that allows you to change your phone and your data plan to suit you.
Going back to Mimi and Io. So Mimi is going to stay loyal, we think. She's sleeping on the daybed.
She's going to be so loyal, it hurts.
Yeah.
Like
Poor old Lionel.
I reckon she might even cry tears saying she misses him. That's how loyal I think she's going to be. Meanwhile, Io is in the other villa going, "Ooh, your face."
What's your type? You. So Lionel asked Mimi to share a bed.
Yeah,
she was like, "I'm sleeping outside. Sorry, bye."
Yeah, but do you know what that was? Let's just give some context for that, right? Blade went in real calm, like, "Grace, I was just wondering if you wanted to share a bed." And Grace was like, yeah, okay, fine. And then Lionel goes to him, "Yeah, easy. Yeah.
You got this.
Yeah, Mimi, I was trying to ask the same thing. And she was like, "No, I'm staying outside tonight." He's like, yeah.
Yeah, but you got to read the room there, innit?
Yeah.
Like, that chat wasn't great before, was it? You ain't going to go and do that.
Exactly. She literally, you're right. They literally had a chat beforehand. And she was like, "I'm not even looking to get to know somebody
else.
else."
In the chat as well, she's sleeping on the daybed.
Yeah, something like that.
To go out and join her. Fair play.
He said to her, "Am I your type?" And she went, "Based on who I've dated before, yes. But no. Lionel is not going to get a water bottle and a commemorative suitcase. Sadly for Lionel, he'll have to buy one from the Love Island shop for £20.
He seems sweet, but I'm just like, Mimi wasn't maybe the right path to go down.
Who do you think he should have gone?
If I was going in there, I probably would go for Jessie. Because I think Jess is probably going to have the most attention from the boys.
Yep.
So your second best, most single is probably next Jessie.
Yeah.
But I found the whole thing that Jessie was going about oh yeah, well, Joey's probably all with 6 of them in the hideout right now. I'm like, if I was Grace sat opposite you, I'd be a little bit annoyed right now that you've just come in and ruined this whole thing, and then you're just like, "Oh yeah, I don't really care anyway. I'm just probably going to get with someone in Casa." I was like, right, so why did we ruin this relationship?
Yeah, that was really weird talking to your man's ex.
They're going to have a couple of days in Casa with no Joey there, no one to fight over. This might bond them and they might come back stronger than ever. A double-pronged attack on Joey.
What about Joey? Who's he going to end up with?
I think he's going to stay loyal to Jessie.
Do you think?
No.
So do I.
Really?
Why'd you say that?
Because we actually had proper chats about Jesse. And I know it's so early in that time, but he was gone.
Really?
The actual personal deep chats I was having. That's what he really likes.
So from your perspective as well, obviously you were in there and you were quite close with Io. How was Io with Mimi? And are you shocked that his head's turned this quickly?
I obviously, with the Uma thing, I always went off that. And I felt like after that, he wasn't fully done in that situation. And I felt like with the Will thing that come in, that's why he backed off. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like him and Mimi were just so cool, but he wanted an actual test to see where he's at. And I don't know if that's right or wrong, but I feel like in the villa, sometimes if you do and you find out, you move on with that person and it makes you stronger, you've been there. And I feel like he's not lying about it. He wants an actual test to see if this is real with Mimi. And I don't feel there's that much wrong with it, but where she's such a lovely girl and the way she is, it's hard to be around and also speak about that. Do you know what I mean?
Who do you think heads won't turn?
Ciaran, I think he's gone with Nicole.
Yeah.
I think the rest are there. I think Will surprise us. I think he will stay loyal to Uma.
Okay, and Sean?
Sean, I think, can be turned.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's surprising to me because I got the vibes from Sean because Sean had a chat with Ruby. Now, this chat wasn't exactly smooth.
No.
Right. She said, "You're very well-mannered." And he goes, "Yeah, I am." And he goes, "You're mature." And he's like, "I am." Like, and it just felt like...
Do you want to go to bed?
Yeah, it didn't feel like flirty.
But Sean...
He's run out of sweets.
So I say, small mercies, he hasn't asked her which sweet she identifies as yet.
Like, he's giving all these sweets away.
And let's go back to fizzy watermelon. Fizzy watermelon slice.
Well, that's a good segue. Like, Matilda, do you reckon her head will turn?
Yeah.
Why'd you say that? Because you knew Matilda on the outside as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like her flirty personality can come across as men. Like, we pick up on things, and I feel like if someone in it is there is better suited to her, 100%, I think she will.
And what is better suited, though?
Better than Sean. I feel like they're good together.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like they're...
Yeah. I mean, she keeps saying, doesn't she, he's so sweet, he's so adorable, oh, he's so cute, I just want to cuddle him.
For me as a geezer, if you're doing that to me, like, is that what you want to hear?
I also think on the outside, it wouldn't work. He seems a lot more slow-paced, and she seems a bit more like she, on a Friday night, might be out till 3 a.m. and he'll be waking up at 6 a.m. for a run and stuff. The paths are crossing.
He's got a TikTok shop live at 8 a.m. Thank you. Getting people that go to work.
I told you, don't disturb it. No, stop, no, don't knock when you need me. What really surprised me and sort of had me thinking was when I saw Matilda in bed giving Jake back scratches. That, to me, is a level of intimacy. Like, if I saw the girl I was into giving another man back scratches, my head would be in tatters. Yeah, I'd be listening to Mario Winans all weekend. Do you know what I mean?
I am a shipper. I am a stan of Matilda and Sean, as you know. So I am choosing to believe that she was asleep and she thought it was Sean. Now, it's not only sleep scratching they're worried about. A lot of the girls are worried about snoring. Obviously, they're meeting like new boys, sharing the bedroom with new boys. They're worried they're going to ruin it all by snoring very loudly at night. Who was the biggest snorer in the villa?
He was unbearable. That bad. Everyone
Is that why he puts on the eye mask so he doesn't have to look at anybody in the morning?
I think one night he woke up with 4 pillows on his head. Like, it was that bad.
Do you snore?
Nah. I sleep talk though.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you do? Like, you're all right, babe, shit, don't worry about that. No, I love you. You're actually like, you're the one, honestly.
Honestly, turbo, love you, bye. No, IO, when he's having a deep sleep, he's like, sounds like a turbo car.
I mean, we've all seen how you sleep in your Dracula, but that's to prevent wrinkles, is that?
Yep.
Yep.
A routine that came in about a year or two ago at football. Someone come in and said to help you sleep, sit up, and it's so good for your face.
Imagine hearing Ronnie talk, open your eyes and just seeing him laying there.
Yeah. What of you?
Sat up.
Make sure you apply your SPF to prevent wrinkles. Vitamin E moisturizer is really good for your forehead. Get a facial once a month. Hide your face. So if any brands are listening, he does love a bit of skincare.
I look after myself sometimes.
Yeah. Did anybody get a bit...
Lipsing up?
Yeah, and like anything more?
It was quite loud.
Really?
Yeah.
Was anyone doing bits?
We've heard it.
Not bits, but some bad kisses, I think. So them ones when you're proper lips in, and it's like...
Oh, is it? Who was it?
You can't see, can you?
Oh, is it? Where was it coming from?
You have to
No,
work out.
it was never near me. It was always the other end of where I was. So you have to roll it back and see where I was standing because I stayed in every bed, I think.
Oh, is it?
It's time to move one place to the left.
So whoever was doing it just wanted to be away from you.
It was brilliant. Every time I moved, Sean was just in front of me. Literally just Sean and whoever he was with. Every time.
I love that. When we were in the villa, Anna had a night terror, and one night she just suddenly started shouting, "Get off! Get off my bed! Get out! Get the rats out!" So we were all like, what the hell? And then she just lay back down and went to sleep.
No, actually, do you know what happened?
What?
We had one with Will, and obviously I woke up. He's singing. So then I'm looking, I'm thinking, is he awake? So I'm cracking up now. I'm like, what are you doing? And then obviously I've tapped him, he's woken up, and he went, "Oh, you ain't like my Geordie mates," and just went back to sleep. I was done, cracking up.
Oh my God.
Also, what a nasty thing to say as well. Like you've just been singing PJ and Duncan, "Let's get ready to rumble," yeah? And then you're going, "You're not like my Geordie mates."
Just went straight back.
Just Will singing, "Backa, Grove" in the middle of the night. Do you two have any weird bedtime habits?
I'm good. I'm actually also, one of my favorite traits about me This is what I would say in my Love Island intro. You know when they go, my best feature about myself is how deep I sleep. I can sleep through anything. I will be able to knock out a car, train, plane.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm fantastic.
I think that's a talent, you know.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what I
it
mean.
is.
It's a talent,
That-
isn't it?
you could be in the army.
I actually can't because I'm colorblind.
Oh,
I would
it's like, that's the only issue.
I'm like just tick, tick, tick. Well, that one's across.
Yeah.
The colorblind one.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I can't sleep anywhere. Like, even in my own bed, I struggle. So, like, yeah, if I get on planes and buses and stuff like that, I'm like wide awake. So, it's
I'm the
worrying.
same. I'm the one who's just always staring. Like
We
that.
know, we've seen. The night
Just
vision.
looking over at everybody's bed, like.
What are they up to?
The one thing I found hilarious when they were speaking about who they were coupled up with was when Io, who, by the way, I haven't seen him with anybody else apart from Mimi. And then he goes, yeah, no, me and Mimi, we're just chatting. Really, chatting. I was here rooting for Io and
Yeah.
Mimi to win this. And this guy has just gone to Casa Amor and gone, no, man, we're just chatting.
But not to defend him, but they haven't had any other chat about being exclusive or anything like that. So
No,
hypothetically,
he told her at the moment he likes her, but he will always tell her
If
he
that
likes someone
changes.
better.
but he can't right now.
I know.
Can't.
So technically,
He could
he
get-
is
he could
still
get a
being
banner.
loyal
Yeah.
until he's not.
Until he's not. But the boys have sort of been egging him on because Joey said he'd never seen him like this. And Sean said, yeah, 100% go for it. Obviously, Sean has been our lovely, sweetie man the whole way through. We saw a slightly different side to Sean when he kicked Omar out to get his girl. And then he's gone back to being sweet again. Him and Matilda, so cute. I got a kiss, whatever. But now, are we seeing the return of that sort of slightly savage Sean?
Sour.
Sour Sean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like, it goes sweet and then it goes sour. Do you know what I mean? This could be
Yeah.
a feature. Yeah,
is
sweet or sour by Sean. It definitely feels like it's going to be. What do you think?
I don't know. I think that's just like the environment. I don't think it's Sean specifically. I like to believe that Love Island is too long of a show to actually fake a personality or act or anything. So I like to take everyone on the show as surface level. So I think it's more just the environment of them getting excited and the girls being away that they're all getting involved with
Yeah.
it, rather than Sean himself actually trying to go out of his way to stir the pot.
But I mean, he did get really sour when he took Omar out.
Yeah.
Right? It was a bit of like, felt like The Wire. He told the girls about Joey
Joey.
kissing
Yeah.
Jesse.
Yeah, so I didn't see that. Like you saying that, that's a shock to me.
You need to get on ITVX. All of
Yeah.
it.
I'll
Yeah.
get on that. I don't think there's that much in it with him because he
Yeah.
is actually a nice boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got on. So that's why I'm a bit surprised
Yeah.
with obviously that.
It's interesting what you say about Love Island being too long of a show because Joey, everyone keeps like harping on about, and I have done it as well. Week one, I was talking about it. Like Joey's done every reality TV show under the sun. He's self-producing, he's self-editing and stuff. But Joey's used to shows like Towie and he's done X on the Beach and stuff, which is very like, okay, it's time to film now. Whereas Love Island, it's 24/7. So again, like there's no sort of light and shade. And I think with Jesse especially, Joey has been famous his entire adult life, right? So he's met Grace on the outside in Ibiza when he's there as Joey Essex. He's met Emma like somewhere when he's been Joey Essex, By the time Jesse's come in, Joey is now just one of the boys. The sort of novelty's worn off. So I think that's why I think Joey really likes Jesse.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. So he likes being a civilian.
Yeah.
That's all he's longed for.
Yeah, until he's
He
got-
just wants to be a real
yeah.
boy. It's Pinocchio.
Yeah, until he's got to queue up for a nightclub.
Yeah.
Then he'll be like, no, actually,
Joey.
Joey Essex. Joey Essex.
Fair enough. That's a great point, actually, and I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
Bit of psychology with Ames.
Yeah. Well, what a great episode. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Goodbye to
You're
Kae.
welcome.
And now the end is near.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank
Thank you very much.
you for joining us.
Yeah, I never expected it to be so good. No, honestly, it's been a blast. Thank you very much for having me.
Lewys, thank you so much. You're here all week.
I will be.
And Ronnie, thank you so much for joining us. And tomorrow we have your potentially better half, Harriet, with us.
Yeah, the better half's in tomorrow.
Yes.
So that'll be a good one.
So if you've got any questions for Harriet, please put them down in the comments below and we will see you tomorrow morning.